Hey y'all, well today for Daisy and I, it's all about the hikers. We got a slew of intros for you, slew of folks that have added themselves to our support list for you to go and find their social media and track them. We just got all kind of things going on. So let's go ahead and dive right in, Daisy, and not jump right in, right? So first up, we got Matt. He sends in his intro.
Hey Ramdino, my name's Matt. I'm going to be doing a through hike starting March 1st. I'll be at Springer Mountain. Looking forward to a through hike. It's going to be crazy. I'm scared, as you should be, trying to undertake something like this, but looking forward to the opportunity. I've got a nice little window to do this, and I'm ready to rock and roll. I hope everybody has a great hike, a lot of luck, and look forward to seeing you out on the trail. Take care.
And then we got Flat Pick. So Flat Pick is from the left coast. He is out there and he is doing his shakedown hikes in the desert, basically. But he says he's trying to do them whenever it rains, as much rain as possible, because he knows he's going to be wet all the time on the Appalachian Trail. Go ahead, Flat Pick.
Hey Ramdino, thanks for everything you do. In class of 26, a little motivation, huh? Ocean sunset, shakedown hike. Looking forward to meeting you guys on the AT. See you in a couple months.
Flat Pick is no stranger to the trail. Last year, in 2022, he did a LASH. He went from Harper's Ferry all the way up to Rutland, Vermont. And while he was up there, that ended his LASH that he did for there, but that gave him a taste to come back and do the whole thing. So now he's Georgia to Maine the whole way. So it's going to be interesting to, one, see how things go for him out there, because he's looking for, a lot of camaraderie, says, wants to make a lot of friends, wants a lot of contacts, just enjoy the hiker community. I'm also interested to see how long that get fiddle that he's got there lasts if he takes it out there on the trail. Looked like wood. That's a really good one that he's got there. Then we got Atticus. He sends in his pre-hike vid.
Hey Ramdino, it's Atticus. It's February 2nd. In a couple weeks, I start my northbound Appalachian Trail through hike attempt, and looking forward to it. Gonna be some snow, some ice, some rain, a lot of people. It's gonna be a blast. I'll be sending you updates as I go up the trail, but if anyone wants to follow along, my YouTube channel is Becoming Atticus on the AT. I hope you'll follow. If not, check in every now and then, just see if I'm still alive, and I'll definitely see you out there on the trail. Take it easy.
Atticus, looking forward to seeing you in that tent on the trail when you get out there, and your updates as well. Next up, we got Hog Country, and so I figured out it's not spelled like H-O-G-G like I thought it might be. It's spelled like we spell it around here, H-O-W-G, Hog Country. Take it away, Hog Country.
Hey Ramdino, this is my big announcement. This is Hog Country, and I'm getting ready to start the Appalachian Trail northbound, starting around the 1st of February. And I just retired as the tech director at, I bet you don't know what state. And but anyway, I'm excited about it. Hey Ramdino, I need you to give me some encouragement. Come on, hike the trail with me a little bit. Do a few miles with me. We'll meet somewhere. But anyway, I'm ready to go. If you want to follow me, you can go to hogcountry.com and you can follow me all the way from Georgia to Maine. See you out there.
Hey, Hog Country. Appreciate the invite out there. As soon as I get this test done and I'm good to go health-wise, I might just join you. You better watch out what you wish for. You might just get it. Hey, and remember, when you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Or in this case, it's Hog Country. When you mess with the boar, you get the tusk. All right, looking forward to seeing you out there. Looking forward to all your updates. And we got Big Man. He's coming at us.
Hey Ramdino, this is Brian. Trail name's Big Man. Just want to let you know, February 15th, 26, a couple weeks here, we're going to be doing northbound, Georgia to Maine. It's going to be me, Ted, and my dog. We're going to be doing a YouTube channel. It's going to be YouTube at Two Retired Firemen. And me and Ted met you at Woods Hill this fall, and I did Foothill Trail for a couple days right after Christmas. So, see you on the trail.
Awesome to have another Woods Hole weekend alumni. It was a great time, and year before last and this past year, 2025, the prep thru-hikers for their thru hike that came out. So we had a lot of folks, already had some folks that have gotten on trail. Last year we had 2 of them that were successful, and so this year I'm looking for even more. And so looking forward to the big man getting out there, and he said he's going to be hiking with Ted. That ought to be fun to watch those 2 as well. And then we got Scott and Ray. They sent in their announcement.
Hey, we're Scott and Ray, and this is our 2026 AT through hike announcement.
That's correct. We are planning to thru-hike the Appalachian Trail in its entirety. We are in the youth of our senior years. So we're retired from our jobs. We've been married 35 years. We both agree the Appalachian Trail is something we want to accomplish. We want to do it together. We want to finish together. And that's our goal.
Yep, looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. We'll see you all on the trail.
Love that youth of our senior years. Congratulations on your retirement. I am going to be right behind you, and I can't wait. And yes, I am in the middle of the youth of my senior years as well. Ain't that right, Daisy? Yes, ma'am, we sure are. And then we also got Brittany. Brittany sends in her intro, and Brittany's going to be hiking with her family.
February 14th, 2026, our family of 4 will begin a full through hike of the Appalachian Trail. We are from the west side of Cleveland, Ohio, where this trail is almost completely unheard of, but that's why we're doing it, for personal growth. To step away from screens and to show this younger generation that life is bigger than electronics and TikTok trends. This is uncharted territory for us, and for most people where we're from. We hope our journey inspires others to get outside, explore, and chase something real.
Kudos to getting your family unplugged, getting back out there in God's creation, and just enjoying everything that there is to enjoy with each other and out here in creation. And then we also got John. John checks in from Oklahoma.
Hey, good morning, Ramdino. I'm John Welch, coming in from the great state of Oklahoma. I'll be starting northbound on the 4th of March. And as you've mentioned before, there is no attempt. I'm going to start at Amicalola Falls, and I'll wave to you from the top of Katahdin. See you on the 4th.
Hey, John, I'm going to hold you to that wave from Baxter Peak up there on Katahdin. That's going to be awesome to see that. And now we got the Jones family. So the Jones family, they ought to be fun to watch. So, heck, let's just watch them now.
Hey,
Not you either.
I'm Todd.
I'm Goldie. I'm Andy.
I am not doing that.
And we are... Okay, we are walking, we're going to hike the Appalachian Trail in March.
Yeah.
Us 4. Have we ever hiked before?
No.
Oh, hi.
I've been awake this whole time.
Yeah?
I woke up before all of you guys were awake.
You did?
I've just been laying in the bed.
Guys, I'll make videos. Also,
Dad!
We're gonna go on the trail. We got lots of gear. Lots of it. Really expensive gear, too. The finest gear. Sleeping stuff, we got it. Camping stuff, we got it.
Don't forget.
Trekking poles, we got them.
And fancy shoes.
And fancy shoes.
Hey, where's your fancy shoes?
To our 60 followers out there, we'd like to let you guys know that we're gonna hike the trail.
But we're not posting this.
Are we gonna make it?
no. Probably not.
Follow along to find out.
I'm gonna die before I even get on the trail.
So that was a little longer than normal, but they look like they're going to be a hoot. And I can't wait for them to get on trail and get their updates in in for. So appreciate that, Jones family. We are looking forward to it. You're not going to die out there. It's going to be a great trip for you. And then Paul checks in from Florida.
Good morning, Ramdino. This is Paul from Florida. I am announcing my 2026 through hike of the Appalachian Trail, beginning in Amicalola Falls on February the 22nd, stepping off the first mile of the AT on February the 23rd. If you'd like to follow along, you can find me at YouTube at Pop Hikes the AT. Again, it's YouTube at Pop Hikes the AT. I'm coming to you from Torreya State Park in great state of Florida. See you out there.
Paul, now I've said it before already, but there's hills. It ain't like hiking in Florida. There's hills in the Appalachian Mountains. You won't be coming to the Appalachian Mountains. You'll be coming to the Appalachian Mountains, and there's hills there. So looking forward to you coming in there and looking forward to your hike. And then we got Stacy. She sends in her intro.
Hi, Ramdino. My name is Stacy Ware, and I'm here to announce my Appalachian Trail through hike 2026. I'll be starting the first week of March, doing the approach trail northbound Springer Mountain to Mount Katahdin. I'm so excited and looking forward to this journey. A bit about myself. I live in North Carolina currently. I just quit my job a week and a half ago. Once I fulfill my last couple days, I'll be out and about doing a few prep hikes, good shakedown in some cold weather, and I'll have lots of content to hopefully share with people. And I'm excited to get started, and I hope to see you guys on the trail.
Awesome. Appreciate that, Stacy. Like I said before, we got a ton of folks that have added themselves to my support list. We got somewhere north of 130, so that's awesome. A bunch of them starting last week. So first off, the people that's added last week, we got Gecko, Papa John, Taser added herself. Of course, we met her last week, and she's the one with the Taser in her trekking pole. So beware out there, guys. We've got Barry Hill, Robert Smith, Tie-Dye Goat added herself, but of course she's on trail. We're going to hear from her in just a minute. Flat Pick, he just gave us his intro. Jerry Lynn, Matt Raincourt, and Paul Bunyan all added themselves. And with the exception of one of those out there, they're all going to be no-bo. So Barry Hill, he's going to be a flip-flopper out there on trail. So the rest of them are doing kind of a mix of approach trail versus going straight to Springer. Not everybody does the approach trail. Doesn't count as far as Appalachian Trail miles, but a lot of people like to do it. And then we got a slew of people on our list that are starting this coming week, don't we, Daisy? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, we do. So we've got Robert Smith, Barry Hill, Grey Goose, Rock Flipper. And I don't know if that is the same Rock Flipper or not. There's usually a Rock Flipper or two, but Rock Flipper in past years have done it. Chris Hughes, Nylock, Timber, Eek. You remember Eek, who is the better half of Big T? They are husband and wife that are hiking together. So they'll be starting this coming week. Brad Sunheimer, Lori Martin, Scott Free. And Scott Free has done a through hike before, and he is back on trail doing another one. Brian Breeding, Ted Johnson, Atticus Wheeler. We just met Atticus. We got Willie and Arrow. So all of those folks will be starting in the next week. So that is going to be awesome. Can't wait to follow them. Now, folks, we're following right now hikers that are out there on trail, even despite the cold weather. Of course, last week held off a lot of people from getting on trail, and we've heard from them last week. So this week we're going to hear some folks that they got back on trail. But first off, I did want to kind of show you some folks that were not on trail, and that was Tim and Lisa. Go ahead, Tim and Lisa.
Hey, Ramdino.
Hey, Ramdino.
Lisa and Tim here. Just giving you a quick update. We are waiting out the weather here in Dahlonega, Georgia, and hope to set off on trail soon. Thanks for all you do.
Peace.
And Tim and Lisa, they are coming at us from Springer on trail now.
Hey, Ramdino.
Made it to Springer Mountain.
Tim and Lisa. It's cold, but not freezing, so we're ready to hit it.
Yep, ready to start it off today.
That's right. Let's go.
Peace. I don't know about Lisa saying it wasn't freezing out there. All that ice on those trees behind them at the summit of Springer looked like it was pretty dang icy to me out there. So anyway, looking forward to your hike. Now, the real story that we've got going on, of course, their story is real too, but that is the Prepper fam Tramley. So the Prepper Tramley, you recall they're already on trail, got on trail January 1. They made it to Fontana. Then they took 2 weeks off, basically, I think it was 2 weeks. Went to Subman and Sud's house, hung out there. And then, so we had the huge ice storm that came through, and then the following weekend we had the big dump that came through, where around here, we got anywhere from right here, I got like 8-9 inches. In Charlotte, they got 14 to 16 inches. So that's crazy. But anyway, they got back on trail. They hiked across the dam there at Fontana. It was icy, and they headed on up into the Smokies, and they were post-holing before you know it. So post-holing is when you are like, you put your foot in and it sinks in, you know, like 8 inches, a foot, even 6 inches. But whatever it is, it sinks in, and that makes for a very tough hike out there. And so they did that. They made it all the way up to Russell Field. Well, before we talk about that, let's go ahead and hear from them.
Hello, Ramdino from the Russell Trail. Russell Field Trail. We're taking a side trail down. We're bailing out of the Smokies. We hiked for 2 days in anywhere from 2 to 3.5 feet of snow, and it was more than not. You know, hiking up the Shuck Stack, we was in 2 or 3 inches of snow, and it was fine. But then the last 7 miles killed us. We averaged 1 mile an hour 2 days ago. Yesterday we hiked 3 miles from Molly's Ridge to Russell Field Shelter and had about the same. And then we decided we'd had enough of post-holing, so we're going to come back and get the Smokies later. Say hello, everybody.
Hey, tell Daisy hi, Ramdino.
Tie-dye goat over at the goat house.
Appalachian Trail 2.0, baby.
Happy with Upsy Daisy Adventures.
Tie-dye goat with Mick Jagger, a kidney stone.
We're going to get that checked out. I'm not going to get it checked out. She's going to get it checked out.
And so they, like I said, they made it up to Russell Field Shelter. They spent the night up there. They had to boil water in order to melt snow because the water source was froze over. They had to use their stoves because the people before them did not leave them any wood. So there was no wood. They did leave the next people wood. But they also made it there to the fire tower right before you get up there to the shelter. So they sent us a video for that.
Hello, Ramdino from the top of Shuck Stack Tower. I'm Prepper.
Lockheed.
Pappy. Yes, this is February 2nd. We made it into the Smokies. Weather report, about a 1/4 inch of snow down around Fontana. You get up to 2 to 4 inches. Coming up here, you follow somebody like Pappy and you get to walk in his footsteps. But we're on top of the world. Appalachian Trail 2.0, baby. Hey. Look at this view from up here, Ramdino. Looks like they got new wood up here. Yeah. Last time I was up here in 2023, there was rotten wood. Still broken windows, but that's to be expected. But man, there's Fontana Dam way down there. We're about 5 miles into our 10 or 11 mile day. Let's go.
So that was Shuck Stack Tower. They stayed at Molly's Ridge, and then they went on up to Russell Field is the next shelter, spent the night there. Of course, they were still post-holing in deep snow. We're just not making good time. Had a lot of falls as well. So they spent the night, and then they decided to bail and get off trail. They apparently had information that the road going into, and there's only one road that actually crosses the trail, but you can take a side trail off and get into Cades Cove. So they had word that Cades Cove Road was open. They could bail there and get a ride out, and so that's what they did. And so then they moved on up north outside the park, moving on toward Hot Springs. So there's where we pick up with their other video.
Hello, Ramdino from Garen Flow Gap. It is, what do we say, February 7th? Yep. And we have skipped over the Smokies, And look who we got back. We got Ash back with us. He had a surgery on his back. And we got a really good friend. This is Tribe. He's going to do a few sections with us. He is absolutely amazing. Anyway, we're going to go from Flow Gap down into Hot Springs. We're going to do a couple of hikes out of Hot Springs. And then we're going to go back probably Tuesday or Wednesday and go back into the Smokies. Say hello, everybody. Tell everybody who you are. Who's that?
Hey, what's up, man?
Ash.
Tie-dye goat. Look it.
Tribe.
There's Tribe. All right, here we go. Happy trails.
Yeehaw.
Appalachian Trail 2.0, baby.
So they're going to come back and finish the Smokies and everything that they missed in between there and where they got in there at Flow Gap. They're going to come back and finish that up just as soon as the weather clears. But don't blame them for doing that. That's the safe thing to do. And that's probably the easiest thing to do. I have hiked in, the deepest I've hiked in is about 8 inches, and it can be rather miserable. You just can't make that kind of time. You're used to making 12 and 15 miles a day, and when you're only making 3 or 4, that's not fun at all. So anyway, that is where they're at, and so we are looking forward to them to continuing on and coming back and giving us their updates on everything else. Interesting enough, they did tell me that Loghead did not go with them out to Cades Cove Road. She hiked back to Fontana the 12 miles and spent the night apparently in the bathroom down there in the privy. They're warm, that's for sure. And those bathrooms are, particularly if she stayed there at the actual dam area, there is a visitor center there, and there's a really nice bathroom with a shower that's pretty clean there. The other one down at the shelter, there's a bathroom there. It's warm, not near as clean. Let's just put it to you that way. Not as well maintained. As far as news coming up, so the news we've got going on, of course, is the AT Gateways. It's coming up the last weekend in February. That's 27th through March 1st. That's going on down at Amicalola Falls State Park. That's a good time to go down. A lot of the hiker community will be there. There'll be vendors, there'll be classes. If you're in that area, go. I actually checked out about going. I was going to take Trail Boss with me. So Trail Boss, I was going to take her and kind of treat her to a room there, but all the rooms are booked up. And so we probably will not be going there. They don't have a tent city anymore. That's what I really liked about it, was the tent city. So you have to rent a campsite. They do have a fire ring there where people can gather around that fire ring. Leave a comment if you went last year and tell me how that worked out. I think last year was the first year they didn't have tent city. But leave a comment down below. I'd be interested to know how the camaraderie was and all that stuff. But it's a good time during the day to go. If you can make that trip down there. Folks, head on over here if you want to catch up with any type of updates that I've had this year. There's some really good ones in there about what's going on with the Thru-Hikers. That's all I've got this week. As always, appreciate you, and we hope to see you out there.